Sam's wound is my wound. This son of mine didn't come from my body, but I care for his body as if it were my own. We navigated the emergency room like so many times before. My husband Dave kept Sam seated while I explained to the clerk that my 18-year-old could not give verbal or written consent for treatment himself, while I kept an eye out for signs of his elopement. In the treatment room, the nurse informed us Sam would need a COVID test before going into the operating room. I informed her that the last time he was tested, it took 5 adults to hold him down. After the procedure in the recovery room, I anxiously watch the IV in his arm, fearful that when he wakes, he will try to pull it out. Knowing that Dave doesn't feel stressed about any of this, we agree that I should go home and he can bring Sam home when the sedative wears off. Regular life resumes at home after discharge, but with an added edge. Why am I so easily irritated, so argumentative? Why aren't Dave and I getting along? What is happening underneath all the gauze and stitches and dried blood and slathered on antibiotic ointment? Will his ear heal properly? Will there be any hearing loss? What caused this? Will he leave the bandages alone? Will he pull on it and make it worse? It looks so gross. Will the Starbucks barista think he's injured when they see him rocking and clapping in the back seat of the car? Will they think I did something to him? Will our family and friends be repulsed when they see it? It repulses me. The next 7 days drag on. The amoxicillin was already messing with Sam's digestive system, and the second just for good measure antibiotic was causing some new side effects. At the follow-up visit, the doctor doesn't share my concern about the drugs, but I know something is wrong and that I will have to pursue my intuition myself to discover that the excessive antibiotics have caused a rash. Instead of the usual quick snip of the stitches to release the bandages, the doctor and 2 nurses realize they can't get Sam to hold still long enough to bring the sharp, curved scissors anywhere near him without hurting everyone involved. Again, as in the emergency waiting area, we are seen as different, unknown, challenging. I agree to attempt cutting the stitches at home where Sam will be calmer. There, I'm able to remove the largest part of the bandages. As I pull a plug-like hunk of gauze out of Sam's ear, my own pressure is released. The wound is uncovered, no longer a mystery. I see healthy skin. It's going to be fine. No permanent damage. I can relax, breathe. As requested, I text the doctor some photos. He calls me and says, "Do you want a job with us?" I laugh as the powerful drug of his compliment flows into my ears, soothing my wounds, healing my anxiety, and telling me I'm competent, I'm okay, I'm good at what I do. Sam's wound is my wound. As he walked around bloodied and bandaged for the world to see, my wounds were on display too. I felt raw and vulnerable, anxious, fearful, irritable. The doctor's skills repaired Sam's wound and applied a balm to mine.